Hi, I'm Harry Sahota and I'm Head of Partnerships at Aevi. At Aevi, we're in-person payment orchestrators. When it comes to retailers and ISVs, what they're looking to do is build a solution once and is future-proof, and that's where we help them. We can help them get into different markets in the future. In terms of partnerships and my role, what I do is build that ecosystem up as well, and part of that ecosystem we've got Newland.
So my name is Alan Moss. I'm responsible for Newland's European business. We are one of the leading suppliers of payment device technology worldwide, and Europe is currently one of our fastest growing new markets. We've really established the business about 5 years ago here, and we've been growing from the south of Europe, so Spain, Portugal, Italy, now quite active in France, in Germany, and more recently in the UK. Also very active in the Nordics, in Central and Eastern Europe as well. So for us, it's a really interesting time to be in device technology. There's a strong tendency migrating over to Android smart POS devices, and we certainly have some of the best-in-class devices in that particular area.
What they want to do is really focus on their software, their product. They don't want to get involved in all the complexities that are involved with bringing their software in the store. There are a lot of complexities there. You need to look at different types of terminals, hardware. You need to look at different types of setups as well, certifications, and that's where Aevi and Newland really help. What Newland is able to provide in this end-to-end solution for in-store payments is the different form factors that are required for retailers, and where we help in terms of Aevi is being able to put it all together and being able to connect those different form factors and use cases in store with things like different acquirers or different ways that the retailer or the ISV wants to set up their payments process.
I feel together Newland and Aevi have a very powerful payments platform which has been pre-integrated to cover off all the functionality that you need as an ISV in front of your retail or hospitality customers. That includes obviously traditional card payment rails, but also extends into a wide variety of alternative payments, and also provides coverage across multiple geographies. So we've done the heavy lifting to put in place a solution which covers a wide range of use cases, and really gives ISVs the ability to easily connect something which is very, very feature rich, and delivers a lot of payment functionality and payment service flexibility to their retail or hospitality customers.
So that's really where it falls apart for ISVs when they want to expand into different territories and with different acquirers, etc. as well. So with our platform, it's a single integration globally, so they don't need to do a separate integration in the future. So once they've integrated into us once, they've got the benefit of all of what we've got integrated in the back end, whereas multiple acquirers globally, or it could be in the front end is hardware vendors like Newland. So they don't need to repeat the same work over again, and that's where we would really add value for them. It's that single integration to us, and we do all of the heavy lifting. They can forget about everything that happens underneath all that, and that's where we deal with it all.
I would say we're providing now the tools and the technology which give a very smooth journey from online in store and also back the other way, because many times you're in a retail environment but maybe they don't have what you want in the store, so the merchant needs to go online while still interactively engaging with the customer. So the great thing is we now have the tools, we have the technology that enable retailers to do that. And that's what ISVs really like, because they've got the software, they have the applications which manage that customer journey from online, in-store, and back again. From the device side, there's quite a lot of complexity. There's everything from EMV kernels to communication, Android libraries that all need to be managed. But we do that together with the team at Aevi, So the solution that an ISV is tapping into is really, seamless, pre-integrated, and ready to get them into a number of different business use cases, taking them through that omnichannel experience that they really want to give to a retailer or hospitality service provider. So on the device side, we've gone from a past which was very much lockdown, payment-only, single-purpose technology. With Android, we've migrated into very feature-rich, multi-purpose type solutions, which can do everything from run your payment, either contactless, by card rails, alternative payments, account to account, biometric authentication, all the way through to text to speech, or speech to text, I always forget which way it is. But it basically enables us to operate in a much more flexible way in store and to provide an experience which covers off a wide range of use cases. We're now taking that further on the device side by getting into things like biometrics. So we've obviously done a lot of work in the past with things like fingerprint, but now also palm vein and even facial recognition to make the customer authentication process much smoother. A lot of things like that. Now also getting into things like AI. So in the future, you'll be able to ask your payment device, hey terminal, how many transactions did I process today? How many were MasterCard, how many were Visa, how many were account to account? So a nice kind of vision of the future.
I'd say with the in-store experience, it is changing at a very fast pace. Retailers are expecting different use cases and form factors as well, which Newland's able to provide. They're also in the back end looking to work with multiple acquirers, and they may want to become a PayFac themselves as well. And it adds a lot of complexity. They may want to have a different solution in every market that they go to, and that's where bringing us together does provide then a future for retailers, and it future-proofs it as well, where they may have a plan that they've got in place right now. They may have a plan in 3 years' time and a plan in 5 years' time, rather than changing suppliers all the time and looking at how do we build it each time. They just need to build it once, and then they know it's future-proof with our partnership.
Together with Aevi, we now have a very powerful platform for taking payments not only into multiple use cases, anything from on-the-go trading all the way through to classic retail or hospitality. It addresses all those use cases whilst providing full payment functionality. So everything online, everything fully secure, everything supporting multiple payment rails, so really future-enabled. And also a platform which has the advantage of multi-geographic capability. So both Newland and Aevi are coming from a very kind of international perspective here, putting together a solution that can be introduced, certified in the UK, in the main European markets, outside of Europe, in North America, in Asia. So it really is a powerful, globally scalable platform that we put together.